Oh, I need this. You guys don't understand. I need this so bad. I just reach out into the screen and I know, that was awesome. But anyway, let's take a look at the T-Dongle S3. This is the Liliy-go T-Dongle S3. Now, it may just look like a USB drive, maybe if you covered it in black tape and it didn't look all cool and clear with the LCD screen, that's really good. You'd think it was a normal USB drive, but this thing is so powerful. If you guys are into hacking, you know, the USB rubber ducky for like $120, and that can't even do half the stuff this does. That just says payloads and scripts. But here we have the T-Dongle S3. It's pretty small. Now wait till I tell you the price of this. So what this could do is Wi-Fi attacks, keystroke attacks, I don't know, so much. It has the ESP32 in there. And if we open this up, there's a piece of foam. And there's our Liliy-go T-Dongle S3. Man, that's a long name. Look at this. So that's the LCD screen. You can turn it off if you want to. There's a hole. You want to like turn this into a keychain or something. And on this side is the actual cool tech part of it. Now, it has a button right here. You press down. Now you have to press really hard, like super hard when you're trying to get this thing working. This is going to be a longer video because I'm going to be helpful today. I'm going to show you how to code this with the Swiss Army Knife firmware by I'm Shodan. And guys, I had so much trouble with this because there's other videos and they don't show you all the stuff you have to do. So that's why I'm here. My name's Ilya. And look at this. There's an SD card, and it just sits right in the top of the USB drive. Like, I don't know, crazy. But we're going to start off. I'll leave the links to the firmware I use down in the description. And let's get into it. Before we get into the actual video itself, I'm just going to tell you a few things you need. You need one of these guys so you can plug the SD card into your computer, because the SD card it came with is not too good. It doesn't have too much storage. So I got a 16 gigabyte card, and what we're going to want to do is plug this in here, and we need to format this as a FAT32 or whatever. So I'm going to plug this in and show you how to do that. Plugged it in, and the first thing we're going to want to do is open this up and go to FAT32 format GUI. And this is so easy, guys. I'm not too easy. We're going to want to go to download and download for Windows. Pretty sure I already downloaded this. Sure, we'll download it again. And US, and it'll take 6 seconds. And this is going to download. Now, you cannot skip this part. It is so essential. It just does not work without this. So it is the GUI format. We can open this. Yes. And here we have our drive. Now, I have mine already formatted as FAT32, so I'm not going to do this again. But you just want to pick which one it is. You could check the name right over here. Mine has the D, so that's what we're going to want to do. You do not want to format the wrong drive or whatever. You could pick whatever you want. I just picked like 512 248. You get to pick the name of what you want your SD card to be, and then you hit start. And this takes like 2 minutes. But now that we got the easy part done, we're going to want to start with the actual drive itself. What we're going to want to do is without an SD card. You do not want an SD card for this part. You're going to want to grab this, hold the button down, and plug it in. And boom, it's in boot mode now. So we're good to start downloading stuff on it. Okay, so what we're going to want to do now is look up expressive/Arduino ESP32. It is not this one. You do not want to download anything. It's the GitHub. And when we get here, we're going to want to go down to Tools. And then Properties. Or no, Partitions. And from here, we could go to boot app 0.bin. And we're just going to want to download this. You could just hit this right here. And once you've got that downloaded, you want to go to I am Shodan, USB Swiss Army Knife. I am Shodan. That's a cool name, I guess. And we're going to want to go down here to Releases. Blah, blah, blah. And there's different drives you could have. The Liliy-go is the best one. So we're going to tap this because that's what we have in our hands. And now that it's downloaded, if we look at this, we have in the packages, we have 3 things: bootlander, firmware, partitions. Now from here, we could go to ESP Web Tool and connect. And if you take a look at this, I already have mine coded, so I'm not going to mess with this. But at the top, we have 0000, bootlander. You have to put them in this order with these exact pins, so just do what I do. 8000 partitions bin, and then the boot we downloaded, which has like all the files and stuff. That's going to be on the E000, and then on the 10,000 we have firmware. You're just going to want to hit program. It'll take about like 2 minutes at most, and boom, that's it. It seems easy now, but I had trouble with it. Now we can just unplug this and put our SD card in right in the top. And we are so ready for this. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, so now what we're going to want to do is take this and just plug it into our battery pack like so. A yellow light will turn on, pretty bright. And if you didn't do anything wrong, you'll get this message. It says device now running. It has the 0 blinking, and that's how you know it's working. You don't have to have a big battery pack. You just plug this into your computer. But now what we're going to want to do is go into my computer and start messing with this thing because it's so fun. So what we're going to want to do is go to Wi-Fi and search. And you will see iPhone 14. Yours says iPhone 14 too. If you bought this, and connect. The password is password. Anyway, I don't know if I changed my password. Let me check. Password? I feel like I changed it. Wait, hacking? One something. Let's so stupid. Word. Oh. Okay, so now we can see that it worked. It says no internet, but whatever. Now you have to type in exactly what I type in, which will be 4.3.2.1, and then this little double dot thing, and 8080, and it only works if you're connected to the Wi-Fi network. Boom, we're in. It's so cool. And this is actually all of our stuff for our little USB drive. So from here we could do a bunch of stuff. We could execute commands. Like, it's just so awesome. So I'm going to show you all this stuff on here and what you could do with it. So this is just going to tell you your information on the status page. Status, it's been up. This is like the Wi-Fi connection. It's been up for 2 minutes. 0 errors. It's in USB mode. It's connected to my computer right now. And run scripts, we don't have anything right here. And the 64% memory. And settings, you could do a bunch of stuff. Wi-Fi access point, you could like name it different stuff. If you don't want it to be what iPhone 14. Password, you could change the password. My password is password, and the beta password is password. Boot state, all this stuff. You could turn off the LED and all that stuff if you want to be secretive, whatever. And file browser, if you want to execute or put in your own commands. All right, don't get this twisted. You don't have free Wi-Fi with this. It doesn't work like that. You don't have Wi-Fi. You just have this one web page for that. But commands, this is where it gets fun. We could execute a raw command, an agent command, bump marauder, has all this stuff. So what we're going to want to do is, first off, this is all the cool stuff. So we can run a standard. Now let's do the Rickroll. Look at our phone. We can see Rick Ashley's lyrics to Never Gonna Give You Up. Not too cool. Anyone can do that stuff. But what we're going to want to do from here is look at some more attacks. Now, I'm just going to kind of go down this list. So some of this basic stuff, if you don't know this, you shouldn't even get this device. But spam already listed SSIDs. This just creates a bunch of fake SSIDs, spam random, like funny ones. Create fake copies. They look like real access points, which an access point, if you don't know, is like just Wi-Fi networks. Like you look at these. These are all access points. All of these. So basically creates fake Wi-Fi networks. Target, select access points. You're basically de-authenticating. You're basically de-authenticating Wi-Fi networks. You could also de-authenticate Wi-Fi networks and stations. Now, probe run attacks. You can Rickroll, which, as we already went over, it's not too funny, actually. I don't even understand the whole Rickroll thing. But then Bluetooth spam all sends Bluetooth notifications to the Wi-Fi networks you're attacking, and then run standard probe request attacks, executes a basic probe request attack targeting available networks. So that's basically all of that. You could do your own attacks, just raw attacks. So if we go over here, over here, these are a bunch of attacks we could just do on I Am Shodan's page. You just want to come over to Wiki and commands, ESP32. And you could just run all of these basically. So like, let's run one of these. Let's do evil portal. And it will create an evil portal for you on your Wi-Fi networks. Now this thing is so cool. I can't even, for $10, that's how much this thing costs. It's crazy. I think it took like 2 weeks to get here on Amazon. So here's actually our fake network it just created, the Sonos one. Oh, I'll have to blur this stuff out. Anyway, there's the one I created. And that's pretty much it for this device. This little thing is so cool. For only $10, it can also execute commands. I haven't got that far yet, but this is all Wi-Fi attacks that we just learned about. So I hope you learned something. Hope if you guys are interested in this stuff, you could go buy one. I'll leave a link to Liliy-go down below. And make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.